following broadcast is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
All right, welcome. We are live here at it's the Determination Field, then Switch Fields here at the Jockey Robinson Training Complex for spring high school / Legion baseball. Didn't really know what to call it because it's a mix of both, if we're being 100% honest. So once again, this is this is the second of 4 fields that the Stars and Astros will play on. We have the watch links for all the games that we'll be doing to the best of our knowledge on our YouTube channel. If we can sneak in one more Astros game, we will, but no promises at this point. But we're ready to go here with the first inning of play. If I can find the right button here. And it looks like I need to change some team colors here really quick. That one's hitting, and Jacob Top almost grabbed it. And that'll be a wild throw over. So I think he'll get a single, and he'll advance to second on a throwing error. So we got a runner on second now. I'm going to change the team colors. I'm going to get rid of that home score for you. That was their score in the last game.
Hey, Justin, go one. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What?
All right, looks like everything is fixed now. So runner on second. There is no outs, I believe. They're not using the scoreboard here, so now that everything's fixed, we'll just have to play the top of the first by ear, and then I can keep track of it moving forward for you. Jacob Top on the mound here for the Post 400 Stars, and he tosses a strike. So we'll get the count here from the ref. I know it's at least one strike. Maybe they are going to use the scoreboard, actually. Looks like we have a scoreboard operator now. And that one's up high for a ball, so it's at least 1-1. We'll see if we get confirmation from the referee here, or the umpire, I should say. Need to switch from basketball to baseball, my terminology now. And the pitch. And that's called a ball, so let's see if we can get confirmation here. 2-1 maybe? We'll go through the lineup. 3-1, it's 3-1, just got confirmation. So 3 balls and a strike. Jacob Top. And the batter is Arts. He's the third baseman. Once again, I have nicknames, first names, and last names, and Arts has walked, so he'll go to first.
Have you got any bag?
So 2 runners on now. I'm making an adjustment on our camera here.
Hey, hey, hey! Mike, move up! You never know! Hey, watch your hand. Watch your hand. Go, Greg.
Two runners on, nobody out. That one hit hard to right, and it will drift foul. So that's good for a strike. It was a nice swing there. That was, I'm going to go with Nick Moore. I just heard somebody say Nick, and the lineup card says Moore, so. He looks like a big kid, like he's been in the weight room. Want to be careful with this batter here if you're the pitcher for one of his opponents. He's showing bunt. Now he pulls the bunt back and swings on a pitch to the outside and misses. 0-2. So once again, 2 runners on, and I believe it's no outs. No, it is 1 out. It's no outs. I just got confirmation that it was no outs. And now there's an out. Nice running grab there by third baseman Eli Mock.
Here we go, 1. Any bag, let's switch. Pitch, Jake, the pitch.
So now there's 1 out. And the next batter will be...
Hey, I need all players inside the dugout, please.
I believe this is Griff. I don't have jersey numbers on the lineup card. I just have the batting lineup and the batting order and the name and their position. But I don't have jersey numbers, so we'll do the best we can here with the Ontario Nationals. That pitch will hit the dirt for a ball. 1-0. Stars won the last game against Serena by the score of 4-2. They would trail 2-0, and then they would come back and score the next 4 runs on a comeback victory. So looking to pick up another one here against another team from Ontario, the Ontario Nationals. Serena is also from Ontario. There's Ontario Gray, Ontario Orange. I think there's one other Ontario team here this weekend. Stars got a win over Ontario Orange on opening day. 5-0 in that victory for the Stars. One ball, 1 strike. Make it 2 balls and a strike.
In front, in front, in front.
Once again, 2 runners on. We're at ground level here, so we'll do the best we can to get you a quality picture of this one here. I think it's so far so good. With the sun shining down, it's a little hard to see my monitor, but I can vaguely see what the camera is pointing on at the moment. Top will wind and deliver, and that one is a 2-hopper, and they look a chance for the double play. Throw back to first is in time. They got it. A 4-6-3 double play ends the inning. And they will leave nobody stranded on base. As a result of that double play, we go to the bottom of the first with the Stars putting up Joel Fryer, Oliver Lucht, and Easton Rarick in the top 3 positions. When we return after this here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back as we head to the bottom of the first.
they're still scoreless here after a 6-4-3 double play ends the top half of the first. I want to say hi to Jim. He's watching. He says, I'm going to watch for about the first 30 minutes, and he's got to go coach his baseball team. So he's going to come back and watch the remainder of the game tonight. So if you know who Jim is, don't text him the final score. Let him come back and watch it, and he would appreciate that. So the pitcher on the mound warming up there. We'll do the best we can here with the unusual lineup card that I've received from the Nationals. Nothing negative with that, but I believe it's Keem is the starting pitcher. If I'm saying that incorrectly, I apologize. So it's going to be Joel Fryer, the left fielder. Stars will bat Fryer, Luck, and Rarick in the top half of the order. Chayton Sen, Jaroszewski, and Eli Mock in the middle, and Beiswinger, Hansen, and Erickson in the bottom half of the order. And Jake Jaroszewski will be the DH for Jacob Top, who's pitching but not batting. And it is no balls and a strike here to Fryer. 1-1 now. If you're watching at B-Dubs on 42nd, thank you so much for tuning in. Certainly appreciate that. Here's the 1-1, and that one's a drop strike. It's 1-2. Stars fell down 2-0 in the top of the second against Serena. They get one of them back in the bottom of the second. Then they get one more in the fifth. One more in the fifth and two more in the sixth. And they'll go to the first base umpire, and the first base umpire says he did not follow through with his swing. So it results in ball number 2. And the 2-2 pitch. That one's shot right towards third on one hop. It's picked up, thrown across the diamond, a wild throw, and taken off for second is Fryer. So that'll be an error. New batter is Oliver Luck. And Luck will take the first pitch outside for a ball. Didn't get to say hi to Jake and Maxwell, who chimed in on the last game on our chat. Thanks for the kind words. You too. There's, I think, somebody named Blake who chimed in too. So to the three of you, thanks for chiming in. Certainly appreciate that one. That's going to be fouled. I think he fouled it off his left ankle. So it'd be good for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on second as a result of the error. And the 1-1 pitch as he stares down Fryer on second. And the pitch is low for a ball, 2-1. Two balls and a strike here. Joe Fryer on second, Oliver Luck the batter, and now it's knotted up at 2-2. Easton Rarick on deck, and then if he can reach base, we might see Chayton Sen this inning. Runner in scoring position, and we'll see if the Stars strand him there or not. The good news is there's nobody out. Well, I spoke a little bit too soon there. Now there is one out with the strike out there to Oliver Luck, and now Easton Rarick will step up to the plate. So if no double plays occur, we will indeed see Chayton Sen, who will be on deck here after Easton Rarick. Fryer, Luck, and Rarick, top of the order. Left field, center field, shortstop. Sen, Jaroszewski, and Eli Mock, middle of the order, is right field, DH, and third base. Byswinger, Hansen, and Erickson is first base, second base, and catcher. And then Jacob Top, of course, on the mound here for the Stars and not batting. It's 1 ball, no strike. Here to Easton Rarick. Base hit could get the Stars on the board here. We'll see if Rarick can produce that. See if he gets a pitch that he'll like and take a crack at it. He'll set, stare down the runner on first, and wind and deliver. Nice hit, but it goes foul. He got a good swing of the bat on that one, but went a little bit late and drifted foul off the third base side. We'll see where he puts this pitch for Rarick. And now time is called. And everybody moves just a little bit. And he will find one that he likes. It's going deep, left field, very deep, all the way to the fence. And they're going to send Fryer from second. And he will come in to score. And it will be an RBI triple for Easton Rarick. And the Stars strike first. Now Chayton Sen will have an opportunity here to continue the damage in the bottom of the first. Chayton Sen's first pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. So 1 away, runner on third is Easton Rarick. Got there on an RBI triple deep to left field. I don't see any measurements on this particular field. I would guess it's at least 370, 380 down the first and third base lines, probably close to 395 straightaway center. That's an approximate, because once again, I don't have the exact numbers listed on the field like some fields do, but 2 balls and no strikes, and there's a strike. So Chayton Sen will step out, release some of the humidity under his helmet, and step back in. 1-0 lead for the Stars on the RBI triple by Rarick. Here's the pitch to Sen. It's low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 away and a runner on third. And a 1-0 lead for the Post 400 Stars.
Contact. Let's go.
And that pitch will be good for ball 4. So now runners on the corners on the walk to Chayton Sen. And that'll bring up Jake Jaroszewski now.
Make contact, Jake. Let's go.
Taking a look at our internet, everything looks good on my side. And for the Stars, everything looks good on the scoreboard for the Stars fans. For the national fans, not yet. Looking for their team to strike. They got to get the bats out first, though. Once again, the batter is Chayton Sen. No, I'm sorry. Chayton Sen's the runner on first. It's Jake Jaroszewski.
Come on, Jake.
Jake, the DH, and now time is called. Runners on, Easton Rarick on third, and Chayton Sen on first. Got there via a 5-pitch walk on a 3-1 count. Ball would go into the dirt, put runners on the corners. And now Jaroszewski will wait a little bit longer for that pitch. We'll put it that way. And fakes the throw up to second, which holds Rarick at third, but moves 2 runners into scoring position. And now base hit could really break it open here for the Stars if Jaroszewski can connect. Only 1 out, so there's a possibility that Eli Mock will step up next and have an opportunity at a base hit too, but we'll see if Jaroszewski can get the damage done early. Here's the pitch. And he'll make contact to foul it away, and it's good for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here to Jaroszewski. He'll set, glance at third, and deliver. Swing and a miss. He went over the top of the pitch.
Battle now, battle. Up the middle,
And I guess now it's, that previous pitch was a ball, so now it's 2-2. My apologies. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the official count. And the pitch. 2-2, a little chopper over the pitcher, and it's a slow. Did he get over to first in time? They did. So it's an RBI ground out that will score Rarick from third. And now Eli Mock will have a chance to.
What happens when you have contact?
Pitch, and Mock will deliver right over to the shortstop. That's going to be a long throw, but he got it over there. Nice job. 6-3 ground out. Stars score 2 and strand 2 here in the bottom half of the, or I'm sorry, they strand 1 actually. And that'll do it for the bottom of the first. The end of 1 and the Stars up 2-0. And we'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. Top of the second. Stars up 2-0, scoring both runs in the bottom half of the first. And as you can see, I'm not the only Blue fan down here. As one just walked in front and introduced himself to everybody watching. Couple of basketball games on the Magnitude tonight. It's semifinal action.
That's where the mother comment came in.
Dilworth Linden Felton taking on Thief River Falls. Last time those two teams met, it was a 3-point win for the Rebels in overtime on a buzzer beater. So that game could go either way. Don't let the 1 seed versus 4 seed fool you on that one. And then the second game later tonight will be the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And then the winners of those two games will play in the championship on Friday. That pitch will miss, and it's 2 balls and no strikes now here to the Nationals batter. Just an FYI for you, the Stars game on Saturday was canceled. So the other team canceled. There's a ground out to Rarick. Maybe, yes, he got it over just in time. So Easton Rarick fires it over to first there for Jackson Byswinger for the first out. So the Stars game on Saturday, I believe that was the one against St. Louis, has been canceled. So we're going to replace that game with the Astros game that's playing on Saturday. On side of Jim and Trudy watching Jacob Top and the Stars from Wahpeton, North Dakota. That's a little bit closer to Florida than Fargo is, but not by much. Strike comes in. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And that pitch is outside. It'll go back in the backstop and be good for ball 2. I know, I think it was one of the Jacobson or Top family members that were a little bummed out on my Facebook post saying my flight from Minneapolis got canceled. So we missed those first 2 games. That one's hit up high to left field, and making the catch out in left field, there's Joe Fryer. So 2 away now. I think we're going to tilt our camera down just a little bit. I don't know if that was too high up. Like I said, I can't see my monitor too well with the way the sun and the shade are mixing right now. Kind of looks like a black screen to me. So 2 out, 1 ball, no strike. And that one's going to be cranked up into left center. And another nice catch by Fryer. That retires the Nationals here in the top half of 2, and we go to the bottom of 2 and see if Post 400 could add to their 2-0 lead when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
All right, welcome back. Stars lead 2-0 over the Nationals here. It's 1.5 complete. We move to the bottom of 2, and it will be the bottom of the order. Jackson Byswinger, Colby Hansen, and Evan Erickson, the first baseman, second baseman, catcher. leading things off here in the bottom half of the second for the Post 400 Stars. Once again, I want to say hi to Jim and Jim Jacobson, Jim and Trudy Jacobson, watching from Wapaton, Jim watching from North Carolina, and just was questioned by some national fans, so I would suspect we might have some national fans tuning in soon. If that's the case, we're glad that you joined us and hope that you enjoy the broadcast here. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, we hope that would be the only thing you probably don't like about the broadcast. That pitch comes across as a ball. It's 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. She caught a piece of that one to even it up at 1-1. If you are watching from the Ontario area, cheering on the Nationals, feel free to subscribe and chime in on our YouTube chat. If I see you pop up, I'll say hi to you. That one fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count here to Byswinger. Jackson Byswinger hit his one and only grand slam of his Post 400 career in the game against the Bismarck Governors late in the season. That was a game that the Stars actually trailed. That one hit, and it's batted down by the shortstop, and he will not get it over, or did he? That was close, and he did get it over in time. It'll be a 6-3 ground out. Nice play there by the National shortstop. And once again, I have team nicknames that some of them, not all of them, but some of them are not appropriate for broadcast. So that's why I'm just kind of very elusive on the player names here for the Nationals. It's nothing against the Nationals team. So. First pitch there to Colby Hansen is fouled away for a strike. So we have 1 out now here in the bottom of the second. Colby Hansen, the batter. Evan Erickson is on deck. And that pitch is low and out. I'll even the count at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And no runners on for the Stars. And that one will also be a ball. So it goes from an 0-1 count to a 2-1 count in 2 pitches. And we'll see what is up next here for Keem. Keum. I think that's maybe how you pronounce it. That'll be fouled into the dirt. It's good for strike 2. I think it came off his right sneaker. Hansen will take the pitch, and he'll be struck out. That'll be out number 2. Bringing up the next batter, Evan Erickson, the catcher. And the pitch to Erickson is low and below the knees for ball 1. Maybe a little bit outside, but it was definitely below the knees. Usually that strike zone is from the knees up to the shoulders, usually for the batter. Sometimes it's a little bit larger, and sometimes it's also a little bit wider, and in cases like that one, it was maybe too thin. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's fouled away. Nice rip. Holy smokes, that one's way gone, too. That was a line drive. That's the furthest line drive fouled away pitch I think I've seen in my sports broadcasting career. I mean, that one was laser beamed out of here. 1-2, and he'll crank this one fair. No, I thought it bounced on the other side of the third base bag, but it did not. So it'll remain 1-2. That was really close. From my angle, I couldn't quite tell which side of the third base bag it was on. No runners on for the Stars. They're up 2-0 with 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and we'll see if Keem can get the Nationals out. Ooh, that was high and in and came that close to nicking him. Ball 2. Sometimes those batters will swing at those high and in pitches. That's just kind of a reflex from it being a little bit too close to their chin, and sometimes the pitchers get lucky on those strikeouts. That's why I'll get tapped foul, and it'll remain 2-2. But that was not the case this time around. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a nice hit to left field, and that's a base hit. That one will roll all the way to the fence. He's going to get 2 for sure. We'll see. He's gonna go for 3, and he's gonna make it. He's in on a triple. So another hit for the Stars. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 Ontario error, and they've left 2 on base so far. And now we return to the top of the order with the left fielder, Joe Fryer. Now time is called as Coach Fichtner, I think, we're going to have a courtesy runner on third. So taking over for the Stars on third base, I can't see it. I want to guess. Might be Grant Matter. Might be. I'll have to double check the jersey number here. That pitch came across for a ball. It's 1-0 now here to Joe Fryer. Once again, the courtesy runner on third, I believe, is Grant Matter. That one's fair. Yes, it is, and he will score. That'll be an RBI single, and it was not Grant Matter. It was actually Matt Bryant coming in to score from third, who is the courtesy runner. And there'll be an RBI double for Joe Fryer, and the runs continue to pour in here for the Post 400 Stars. This is now 3-0 on the Sean Carlson Mortgage Lender Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. And with 2 outs, Oliver Luck, who struck out last time he was at the plate, will try and keep the inning going here for Post 400. Is runner on second. And the pitch, and that was high and out, and a nice hold back on his swing there by Luck. He came that close to getting a strike. I believe it's 1-0. That one's high, and if it's 2-0 now.
Square it up.
So Fryer, the runner on second, and Luck, the batter, with 2 away here in the bottom of 2. And the pitch is outside for ball 3, so it's a 3-ball, 0-strike count on 3 pitches. And potentially a pitch away from putting 2 on base here, and that would bring up Easton Rarick to the plate. Assuming that Luck will reach. The wind and the delivery, and that is ball 4. A 4-pitch walk. Puts runners on first and second, brings up Easton Rarick, the shortstop. And now it will be, his nickname is the General. Along with his coach, he'll go out and talk to Keem, the pitcher. General is a nickname we can put on the air. I'm cool with that. All right, Easton Rarick will walk up, take his spot on the right-hand side batter's box, and he'll hit left-handed on this at-bat. 2 runners on, first and second. First pitch is in for a strike. It was just barely at knee level, and it's 0-1.
Gotta make contact. Let's go, 2.
If Frere can reach, we'll see Chayton Sen next. Here's the pitch. Frere swings right up the middle, and rounding third will be Joel Fryer. And it'll be an RBI single. And another run scores. And it's now 4-0.
Keep it going.
Runners remain on first and second on the RBI single by Rarick up the center. Now Chayton Sen will try and duplicate that process. Sometimes you don't need it to go deep down into the outfield. Sometimes a nice hard grounder down the middle is all you need to get a run across the plate, and that was the case there. And now the runners will advance second and third on the wild pitch.
Contact, Niner. Let's go.
There you go, you can get a glimpse of all the runners on base now. Second and third. 1 ball, no strike here to Chayton Sen. Chayton Sen wearing number 9 and playing position number 9. If all the baseball players wore their jersey numbers of their positions, how easy my job would be. Nice strike thrown there. Evens the count at 1 apiece.
Contact, bud.
Sen has a gap between first and second. And he'll go between third and second instead. And that's going to score 2. Chayton Sen will put on the brakes. It'll be a 2-run RBI single. And that makes it 6-0 as they score 2 in the first, 4 in the second, and the 2-out damage continues here for Post 400. And now it is Jake Jaroszewski, the designated hitter. With the bases cleared, or check that, runner on first, my apologies. Ball strike count cleared, we can say that much for sure. 6-0 lead for the Stars now here in the bottom of the 6th. And they'll try and pit. Ooh, and he's going to have a chance to take off. And will he stay at second? Yes, he will. So reach second on a wild throw at first.
Come on, Jake.
6 runs on 5 hits. Make that 6 runs on 5 hits as he's going to get thrown out. On a ground out to second, they'll strand 1 on base. And that'll end the second inning of play, but the damage has been done by the Stars. They're up 6-0 after 2, and we'll see if the Nationals can rebound here in the top half of the third when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Signarama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signarama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signarama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signarama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third now, and the Nationals find themselves down 6-0 on 5 Stars hits and 1 national error so far. And the first pitch is in for a strike from Jacob Top. So 0-1 here to start the top of the third. It's been a good one so far. Well, at least if you're a Stars fan, it's been a good one so far. That one will float inside, even up the count of the ball on a strike. At the plate is, I don't know, because I don't have jersey numbers, so. I can tell you this, if I get the information, I'll make sure that the information is delivered, but without that, it's kind of tough. 2-1 now to the one of 11 batters. And here's the 2-1 windup and hit foul down the third baseline. It'll be 2-2. A little bit of sprinkle starting now, but we were 83 degrees at the first pitch of game 1 for the Stars. Right now, mostly cloudy and 77. Can you get that umbrella, Jim? So it dropped a total of 6 degrees since our 1 o'clock / noon Central Time start. And there's out number 1 on the strikeout. There's a chance of some light rain in the next hour, and while I say that chance is happening right now, you feel a sprinkle or two. I believe that came across as a strike, and it did, 0-1. Jacob Top on the mound, and you got Jackson Byswinger at first, Colby Hansen at second, and Eli Mock at third, the shortstop Easton Rarick. Outfield, Joe Fryer left, Oliver Lux center, and Chayton Sen right, with Jaroszewski the designated hitter. Here's Top with the 1-2, or the 0-2, excuse me, and now it's 1-2. Top will set, nobody on base for him to worry about at the moment. He'll deliver, he has to reach, and Top will reach out with his glove, turn, spin, fire, and get the out. 1-3 ground out back to the pitcher, and that's 2 down now here for the Nationals. I have to say, when I got the schedule back in early February for the games in Florida, I didn't know what to expect from these teams, but so far the Stars have been pretty impressive here through 3 games in this tournament. Or I should say 2.5 games right now, or not quite 2.5, but this is the 3rd game of the tournament. A little bunt back to Top, he turns and spins and gets the out again. No hits, no errors, nobody left on, and to the middle of the 3rd we go, and it's the Stars up 6-0. And they'll go bring out the bats here in about 60 seconds on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, Then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, welcome back. I believe we have a new pitcher on the mound here for the Nationals. It's number 97. We'll call him number 97 because my phone just died, and I don't think he was on the lineup card anyway. So, but I'll double check as soon as my phone comes back to life. I'll double check to be sure. But 6-0, 2 in the first, 4 in the second. Now here we are in the bottom of the third. I asked during the break if they have a 10-run rule, and the answer was not exactly sure what they're planning on. So I guess we'll just have to play it by ear should the Stars reach that scenario. Eli Mock, Jackson Beiswinger, Colby Hansen. That's the order they'll go here in the bottom of the third, and Eli Mock will foul pitch one away for a strike. 0-1. At Determination Field, it's one of 4 fields here at the Jackie Robinson Training Complex in Vero Beach, Florida. Had an interesting trip down here on the plane. I was supposed to leave, I think it was Sunday morning. No, it was Monday morning. Because the first game was on Tuesday, yeah, so I was supposed to leave Monday morning from Minneapolis. That flight was supposed to go into Orlando, and then it was canceled. And then the only way I could get down here for today's game was to take the flight that went into Tampa. So then my car reservation was in Orlando. It wasn't in Tampa, so I had to battle to get a car reservation. And finally got that taken care of, and the plane was supposed to arrive in Tampa at 10:10 p.m. It arrived at about 1 o'clock in the morning. I had a vehicle by about 1:30. Got to Vero Beach by about 4 a.m. after missing a couple of turns on the GPS in Tampa, because I didn't realize that my phone connected to the rental car, and I had to push a button to get my actual map to come up on the car, because it won't allow the map to be on my phone in this new car. It's a Kia Sportage. I think it's a 2022 or 2021 possibly. But it's actually a pretty nice car. I wouldn't mind owning one of those in the future. So there's a little plug for Kia. Please send your checks to Magnitude Sports and for the free shout out. Full count, and now he'll walk. Eli Mock up to first on the walk. Jackson Beiswinger will step up to the plate now. He's got a blue brace on his left arm. He didn't have that last time he was up to the plate. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I presume it's not, since he's at bat right now. And he'll swing, and it'll be a 2-hopper to short. Up to second, now over to first. Did they get him? Yes, they did. It is a 5-6-3 double play. Third short to first. So no runners on now. Colby Hansen, the batter. Of course, his younger brother has done a fabulous job at being the ball boy today, rushing new balls out to the umpires, collecting fouled away pitches and laying around bats. And he'll reach and chop that one. He might have a chance to run it out. It's close. It's very close, and he's safe. So that's an infield hit for Jackson Beiswinger. Or check that, Colby Hansen. And now Evan Erickson steps up to the plate. So now they have 6 runs on 6 hits. Oops, I'm on the wrong half of the inning here. Should be in the bottom of the inning. There we go. Now it's 6 runs on 6 hits. 2 away and 1 ball, no strike to count here to Erickson. Make that 2 balls, no strikes.
Good contact now, Four. Good contact. Go get him. Come on now.
And now he'll fire over to first and nearly got him. But he's back in time. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And the runner on first is Colby Hansen. Here's the pitch to Erickson. That's in for a strike. That was a nice pitch and a nice take by Erickson, too. That was probably the one you don't want to swing at. 2-1 now, the count here to Erickson. Erickson playing catcher in this game. And the pitch fouled off directly over the concession stand. Had that net above the backstop been about 4 feet higher, it would not have exited the ballpark. Two's across the board with a runner on first. And now that runner will take off for second. The throw to second, safe. Yep, I got it right. Had he not bobbled the throw, he may have gotten him out, but the head first slide will get him in there, and he moves up to second into scoring position now, and it's still 2-2. And a base hit could add another run to the board here for the Stars. Nationals would like to put a goose egg up, and now time is called, and they just called a box, so that will advance him over to third automatically. And so it remains 2-2.
1-2.
Low for a ball. Ball 3. Full count now here to Erickson. And that one is misgrabbed by the second baseman. That'll be an error, and the run will score. So I'll have Ontario Orange walk through our camera here, and they'll be gone in a moment. We apologize for that. Pitch came up high and in for a ball, so it's now ball 1. Stars up 7-0. 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 so far here in the 7th, and the 5 runs in the last 2 innings were all scored with 2 outs on the board. I'll try to pick him off at first, no avail. Stare down the runner at first and deliver. And now that runner takes off, and that's a throw that bounces off the pitcher's mound. It had a downward projection, and that made it a very easy steal.
Come on, Joe, drive him in.
For Evan Erickson. It's now another runner in scoring position here with a 7-0 lead. Couple of errors on the Nationals, and that ball's up high. It's 2-0 now, I believe. No, 2-1, excuse me. Caught the edge. That was a nice pitch. See if he can get one more like that and get the Nationals out of this inning here as the Stars keep pouring in the runs. One or more in all the innings. If they can get Erickson in from second, we can change that to 2 or more in all the innings. That one will just miss, and now it's a full count at 3-2. Joe Fryer, the batter, if he can reach base, we'll see Oliver Luck next. And the pitch, high, that's gonna be a ball. Puts 2 runners on for this is Logan Sullivan stepping into the lineup in place of Oliver Luck. That one just hit the strike zone. 0-1 to Logan Sullivan.
Make contact, Logan.
Sullivan potentially taking over in center field. We'll see where he goes when the bottom half of this inning is over here. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Come on, Logan. Make contact on 19. Let's go, bud. Go, Jimmy.
And that one's up high for a ball. 1-2. 2 away, runners on first and second. And the pitch is low, and that's ball 2. So after an 0-2 count, he follows the next 2 up with 2 pitches and 2 balls, and now you got 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. And the 2-2 is low for ball 3. So 1 more of those and the bases will be loaded. Easton Rarick is a scheduled batter and he is on deck. So full count with 2 runners on and 2 outs, and we'll see if he can get out of the inning or if he'll load the bases. He'll wind and deliver, and he hits them, and that will load the bases. That was one that I didn't predict. And now Easton Rarick, who got an RBI double or triple last time he was up, I can't recall, will step up to the plate and try and put more runs on the board here for the Stars in the bottom of the 3rd inning of play. Not sure what the duration of the game is at the moment, as my phone has died twice since this game started, but that just hit the strike zone. It's right on the outer edge.
Good contact now, bud. Let's go.
So Rarick will set. He'll watch the delivery up high and in ball. It appeared to be down the middle, but it kind of curved in right at the last moment. One ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch is outside. Yes, it is. Ball 2. It seemed like the last pitch he threw there was called a strike, but that's why I was kind of paused on calling that a ball, but it is officially 2-2. I thought it's 2-1 according to my numbers, but that one ripped to right field. Will he get there in time? Yes, he will. And that will retire the Stars as they leave 3 stranded on base.
Getting anything?
Now bring us to the end of the third.
What?
Or bring us, yeah, to the end of the third. There we go. Now I got it to pop up. And we'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, welcome back. 7-0 lead for the Post 400 Stars here after 3 complete. Move to the top of the 4th now. Grant Matter will take over for Colby Hansen at second base. To the best of my knowledge, there's no other changes. Maybe Sullivan. I didn't see who's out in center field. See if I can zoom in and find out. It is all overlooked. So they just put him in as a courtesy hitter and not a replacement. So
Sullivan's in left. Pryor's in center. Barta's in right.
Don't ring him up yet. Not after looking like that. Are you all right? Evan, are you all right? Thank you.
Sullivan left, Barton right, Fryer center. All right, so just got some updates here. Joe Fryer now moving from left to center field. Logan Sullivan moving to left field, and Carson Barta taking over in right field for Chayton Sen. And now that I got all scribbled, it appears to be 1 ball, 1 strike. And it is. Jacob Top still on the mound here for the Stars. And that one will get away from Top. It's good for ball 2. I think whoever gave me this chair, I have no idea who did, but I know somebody did while I was gone getting the equipment, getting load number 2 of equipment from the previous field. And by the time I got back, it was here. So very thankful. It's made my job a little bit easier. I had to stand for the whole game at the last field, and nothing against that, but that one fouled up right over my left shoulder. That's good for strike number 2. So it's a full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on base, and a big pitch coming up here for Jacob Top. And that one delivered out into left field. And it's going all the way back, and it's going to roll to the fence. It's picked up at the warning track. It's going to be good for a double. So the leadoff man gets into scoring position on a nice hit out into left field for the Nationals, and that's about one of the more positive things that have happened for Ontario here in this game so far. As you can tell by the scoreboard, it has not been a favorable game for the Nationals here. And that one's hit up high, left center field. Does it have a chance? No, it does not. It will drop, but a run will score. That'll end the shutout. He's going to try for 3, and he's going to get there. It's an RBI triple as the run scores. Nicely done there by the Nationals as they get on the board. So 7-1 your score now. They get the 1 run back that they lost in the bottom of the 3rd, but they still have 6 more to try and get back. And Big 72 will step up to the plate to try and help that cause. Once again, I don't have jersey numbers matching with names, so if you're just tuning in, that is why I'm a little bit elusive on the national players, because I don't know. I just simply don't know. I don't have the information. And the pitch from top. Out floats outside, and it's 1-1. So Nationals have a runner on 3rd with nobody out. And Top will wind and deliver the 1-1, and it floats in for a strike. Nicely thrown pitch there by Jacob Top. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now.
I know, Roger.
1-2.
Good job, Evan.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 from Top. Got it in there for a strikeout. Nicely done.
We got 1.
That was bad timing, I guess. That pitch just missed to the outside. 1-0.
That's up, that's right, but that's better. Way better, thank you.
Top will probably be given the chance to finish this one out unless the Nationals kind of get it close. But right now, giving up 1 run, and that one almost into my right hand. It needed to be about 3 inches more higher up on the exit angle that they probably never keep track of on foul away pitches, but they keep track of it on home runs. That pitch ringing into the low 70s. It's 72 miles per hour if I saw the numbers correctly on the radar gun. 2-1 pitch, and that one is a base hit. It might be enough to score a run too. So 1 run tacked on. We had an extra hit earlier, so we'll just keep it at 4 hits for Ontario. But 7-2. So I look over at the third base dugout. I see no movement from any coaches. But there is Hayden Crescent warming up in the bullpen. Check that. No, he's the catcher position. Not sure. Single-digit number. Maybe Oliver Luck. Somebody's warming up in the bullpen for the Stars. We'll try and see if we can figure it out sooner than later. One ball, no strikes. That's high for 2 balls, no strikes. That's ripped hard and right past the first baseman. They'll hold the runner at second. Be good for a base hit. It's Matt Bryant warming up in the bullpen. I knew it was a single-digit number. It's wearing number 6. And now Coach Fichtner, and there'll be Matt Bryant, who will make the long jog from the bullpen to the mound, and Jacob Top's day will come to an end. Giving up 2 runs in the top of the 4th, and now Matt Bryant will try and get the Stars out of this inning. He did produce 1 out, so let's see here. Jacob Top will be responsible for the runners on first and second should they come around and score. And then everybody after that will be the responsibility of Matt Bryant if additional runs come around and score here for the Nationals. But Matt Bryant will get some warm-up tosses as soon as he has a catcher available to help him out. We'll take a moment to say hi to our sponsors and be back in just a moment.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them. And that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
All right, welcome back, and once again, Matt Bryant warming up. He'll get one more warm-up toss, I think, or no, that was his final warm-up toss, and now he'll be ready to face the first batter as he takes over for Jacob Top, who started the game and did well through the first 4 innings of play as he held the Nationals to goose eggs, and then in the top, or I should say the first 3 innings, and then in the top of the 4th, he would get 1 out, but also allow 2 runs across the plate, and Fichtner would come out and make the change, and now we'll see if that was the right choice by Fichtner. He usually makes pretty good choices, and we'll let that one slide as it's ball 1. So 1-0 now here. So 2 balls, no strikes now, and the pitch allows the runners to advance from first and second to second and third. Here's the windup from Bryant, and he sends that one. Yeah, I don't know about that. Fakes, so throw back home, and now they got a run down between second and third. And I think he made it to third. Yep, he did. Well, that was a nice fake out on the throw there. Unfortunately, they didn't get the out between second and third. And now the run will score, I believe. Yep, it did score. So it's now 7-3 with a runner on third. We'll see what Bryant can do here now that he's faced a couple batters, and he gets the strike just like he should. 3 balls and 1 strike, the count. 3-1. That one's hit up deep to center field, and going back and making the grab is Job Fryer. Sacrifice fly will score the run, and it's 7-4. And now some signs of life showing here for the Nationals as they've plated 4 runs here in this inning. So that will officially close the book now on Jacob Top, and Matt Bryant will be responsible for all the remaining runs that may come across the plate in this game. And that one's low and it hit him, so he puts another runner on base, and I think it's an appropriate time to walk that halfway up and try and calm his nerves a little bit. You'd hate to see him come out as soon as he came in. I would say if one more run crosses the plate, they might start thinking about that. You'd hate to lose a 7-0 lead and end up losing the game, that's for sure. Doesn't matter if you're the Stars or if you're any team. If you're any team up 7-0, if you allow that other team to come back and win, that does not look too positive on the team's performance. And that one will sneak through. It's another base hit. And the hits keep coming, and runners on first and second now. So now the Nationals have matched the Stars' hit total. Both teams have 6 hits in this game. There's 2 outs. I think I hit the wrong button there. It's actually 7-4. Fouled away, and that is strike number 1. 7-4 your score. I'll get that corrected here sooner than later, hopefully. And the pitch. And that one will miss for a ball, 1-1. Nobody warming up in the bullpen here. We'll see if Fichtner allows this little comeback to continue here for the Nationals or not. The wind and the delivery, and that's fouled off his left foot, and that one stings. Actually, it was fouled off his right ankle. He'll take a moment to walk that one off, and I've never had that happen to me personally, but I've heard rumors that that is not too pleasant. So. Evan Erickson making a walk up to chat with Matt Bryant. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second, and this one grounded out towards short, and he'll fire it over to first in time for the out, and that's all they needed. They'll strand 2 on base. And we go now to the bottom of the 4th, and the Stars up 7-4. Let's fix that right now. One of the beautiful things is there's no music playing, so I don't necessarily have to take a break to keep music off the air this time around, but let's go ahead and get that fixed. Okay, now the line score should be fixed. And then next up will be the overall score. All right, welcome back as we move now to the bottom of the 4th inning here on Magnitude Sports, and the Post 400 Stars are leading 7-4 after giving up 4 runs. 2 charged to Matt Bryant, 2 charged to Jacob Top. Of the 4 scored in the top half of the 4th, and now we go to the bottom of the 4th here, and we'll see pending changes. It should start off with, well, it will have a change. It'll start off with, no, we won't have a change. It will start off with Carson Barta, so we will have a change after all. And that one's fouled off by Barta. Good for a strike. A nice crack at that one. Just went a little bit late. And once again, he goes even a little bit later on that one. As that one maybe got underneath it some too. It was popped up pretty much straight back, but off to the right side a little bit. So, like I said, I would suspect he went a little bit later on that swing than he did on the previous swing. And we'll see if he goes on time. He will let that one slide by. He came centimeters from nicking his left elbow. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th, 7-4 lead for the Stars. And he'll tip foul, catch it for out number 1.
You stay there. I'm not.
Batting now for the Stars is Jake Jaroszewski. And the pitch. Jaroszewski swings. 2-hopper to third. He'll fire it over, a high throw. And Jaroszewski will head over to second. So that'll be an error. I want to say hi to Harold and Mary Mock, listening or watching, I should say, from Minto, North Dakota this afternoon. 4:24 local time for Harold and everybody else back in Fargo and the surrounding area. Hour ahead here. It's good to have everybody watching again, and I'm glad that the sound of my voice is enjoyable. Sometimes I don't think the same, but I think most people would say the same about their own voice. So I'm glad that I can make it entertaining for you. At least that's the goal. And here, taking off for third now. And the throw is high. He slides in feet first safely. And now the Stars with nobody out, or 1 out, excuse me. Eli Mock, the batter. Mock will take the strike. 0-1. Games tomorrow, I'd have to look at the schedule. I believe it's only 1 game. Right around 1 o'clock, maybe noon. That's bobbled. It'll be an error, and there'll be a run scored on an error. And base reached on an error. So now you have runners on first and check that. Runner on first, no runner on second. And they got him. They picked him off at first base. So that's 2 outs and takes the runners off, and now it is Jackson Byswinger all alone at home plate. That is the 2nd time, maybe the 3rd, that the Nationals have picked off a Stars runner at first. Ooh, what a grab at third, and I wish I knew his name, but man, what a play. That's what you get when I don't have the accurate rosters, but that's a line drive out to third, and that ends the 4th inning of play. So we move now here to the top of the 5th, and we'll be back in just a moment as the Stars get one of the 4 runs they gave up back, and they double up here on the Nationals by the score of 8-4. And we'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 5th inning. Stars doubled up on the Nationals here by the score of 8-4. Pitches high from Matt Bryant, who's on the mound. And I kind of struggled in that first inning that he came in to pitch, but we'll see how he does here in this one. I would think that if they would have gotten that 5th run in the top half of the 4th, that it's possible we'd have another pitcher, but only my guess. I could be absolutely completely wrong on that. So 1-1 turns into 2-1 as that pitch is a little bit low. A couple more changes for the Stars. Jackson Byswinger moving from first base to center field. Drew Rarick comes in to play first base, and a strike thrown there by Matt Bryant. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And to the best of my knowledge, I think that's all the changes. I'm trying to see if Oliver Luck is out there or not. He may or may not have come out. We'll try and confirm that as soon as possible. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. And that'll be ball 4. So he'll walk the batter.
Get 2 now, guys. Let's get 2. 1 2. Hang in there, hang in there. Here we go. Get it out. Get it out right now. Here we go. Go big.
And that one's hit up high, diving for it, but just a little bit out of his reach. Was I forget who's playing center field. That's Byswinger diving for it. And he came that close to making the catch. But it'll land as a base hit instead. And a shout out to Sean and the rest of the Carlson family. They're on their way to Arizona watching the game right now for spring break. And as Sean said, a great start to the season, and well, so far so good for the Stars. We'll see if they can finish this game out here without giving up any more runs. – 7-0 start. Certainly wonderful start for the Stars, but National showing signs of life, and that one's hit hard to right field, but not hard enough. It'll go right into the glove, and now the runner's going to tag. Throw's going to come home. Throw back up to third, not in time. He's safe. So it's an out. And the runner on first will advance to second. And the runner at third will be, so we'll stay right where he's at. So it's an advancement on a flyout. So if you're scoring at home, that might be how you want to put it in there into your books. And that one's fouled back for a strike. National batters getting some bats on these Matt Bryan pitches, that's for sure. Of course, he's a young guy. He's definitely getting the experience. And that experience will certainly come in handy down the road. Two hopper to second. He'll fire over to first. That's the out they needed. It's 2 outs now. And run will score. So it's an RBI ground out. And that leaves one runner on third. With 2 away now here, and we'll see if Bryan can get out of the inning. That one is hit out into right field, and that will drop for a base hit. That will score a run. And all of a sudden, the Nationals are within 2. And they always say a 2-run lead is the most dangerous lead in baseball. And time has been called. And here comes Fichtner from the bench. He's going to come out and have a chat with Bryant. He has nobody warming up right now, so yep, he's gonna. Oh, I thought he called off his teammates, but I guess he must have been making that hand gesture to the umpire. I don't think he's gonna come out. I think it's just gonna be a chat to calm him down here and say, hey, here's the deal. We've given up 6 runs over the last 5 outs, and we really need to get out of this inning leading 8-6. And then on top of that, you need to probably get one back in the bottom half of the 6. Just to add that insurance run. So the conversation will come to an end here. Like I said a moment ago, a young guy coming up, playing on the varsity level team, and he may have given up a handful of runs, but he's certainly getting the experience. And next year and the year after that, he will be hopefully a.
Ball's in play.
The ball's in play, they're saying.
Moving, Drew. That babe.
So that'll go into the books as a ball, 1-0. Tying run is at the plate. Home run here would knock the game up at 8-8. Look at a strike there. It's 2-1 now. And that's grounded towards short. Can he get the ground out at first? Yes, he can, and that will leave one on base, and they will get out of the inning and with a 2-run lead. So it's 8-6 now here at the end of 4.5, and forgot to hit the button there. 4.5 complete, and it's 8-6. And the Stars go up to bat here in 30 to 60 seconds on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
right, welcome back. Bottom of the 5th, starting right now, and the first pitch is fouled into the dirt for a strike. It's 0-1.
Good hustle, Collie. Good hustle.
The batter is Grant Matter for the Stars, and the pitch comes in for strike 2. They do have a new pitcher on the mound. Once again, I don't know who that is due to the fact of the lack of information on the lineup card that I got, but they do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Nationals, so that pitch will miss for a ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Actually, he's wearing 97, so I don't think he is new, but I thought he was new because he took some warm-up pitches between the break there. That'll be grounded out towards third, and it is in time for out number 1. I want to say hi to Ryan. Ryan, yeah, it's the summer team playing in the spring, so we'll have post 400 baseball this spring and this summer, and we'll mix in some Barnesville baseball and softball, but that's it for spring sports. We're a little too busy with the post 400 schedule to put much more on, so. 1 ball, no strike. Also, let's see here. Abby, I'm not sure if she's watching at the moment. That will be an infield hit. Puts a runner on. And Little Hansen getting the bat out of the batter's box there. And that'll bring up Drew Rarick. Currently playing the first base position. He started as a sub. And that one's fouled off for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Come on, Drew. Let's go. Come on, Drew. Big run here. Big run. Let's go.
That one's popped straight up, first base side, and throwing off his helmet, and then leaning forward with his glove, making the catch is the catcher. Out number 2 recorded now, and now it's up to Logan Sullivan to try and keep this inning going. Two away, and the Nationals down 2, heading into the top of the top of the 7th. Pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0 here to Logan Sullivan. If the Nationals can get the Stars out here, they would have to score a minimum of 2 runs to keep the game going. Otherwise, the game would come to an end, and the Stars would pick up a victory by either 1 or 2 runs. That one's low for a ball. 2-1 the count now. Logan Sullivan, if he can reach base, it would be Easton Rarick, I believe. Yep, Easton Rarick on deck. 3 balls and a strike now to Sullivan, with Rarick waiting in the wings. That's a fair strike, I guess. A little bit low to the outside, but I think it was right at knee level and in the zone. So Full count now, 3-2. And now a big pitch here for the that's going to walk him. And that will put a runner on first and now a runner on second. So with 2 away, Easton Rarick steps up to the plate with 1 runner in scoring position and another runner on. And you'd love to get an insurance run across the plate here with a base hit. We'll see if he can do it. And on deck, in the event that he can get on but can't score the run, or even if he does do that, the inning would continue anyway. And it would be Carson Barta who's on deck right now for the Stars, pending a last-second change by Coach Fichtner and his team. And the pitch outside, caught the edge. Yep, that was the right call. Stars, a couple of Stars fans think it was outside, but from my vantage point, I'm off to the left a little bit, and it did come across the plate. Here's the pitch, and that is foul down the first base line. So we'll do that one over again. 0-2 the count.
Come on, E. Battle, dude.
Wind up in the delivery, swing and a miss, got him, strike 3. That ends the inning. They strand 2 on base and go to the end of the go to the top of the 6 in the Nationals. Actually have 2 innings to work with, I guess, instead of 1. I was the inning ahead of myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're only going into the 6th inning. So still a little bit of time for the Nationals can score 0, and we'd still have another inning of play. Let's put it that way. We'll be right back here in a moment on Magnitude.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
All right, welcome back. Nationals are just 2 behind the Stars here as we move into the top of the 6th, and we'll see if Matt Bryant can get his team a quick 1-2-3 inning here and just bypass the top of the 6th and force them to play at the top of the 7th. So the bottom of the 5th was the only inning of the game where the Stars did not play at least 1 or more runs. So all the other, they scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the 4th, and then they finally got goose-egged in the bottom of the 5th. So Matt Bryant will face his first batter of the 6th inning of play. That one was started high, dropped in, but it's called a ball. And there's a strike. If that wasn't called a strike, I would have gotten out of here. So the 1-1 delivery from Bryant. And that's in for strike 2. There we go. Now he's getting the strikes across the plate. And Stars fans can take a quick sigh of relief and hope that that pattern continues here. 1-2. That one's...
Oh, where's that?
Oh, that was a tough one. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was a perfect curveball.
And that one will miss as well. So full count now. Ball, strike, strike, ball, ball. And the ball, second to last ball, may have been a strike. We'll never know for sure. And this one's going to be popped up, and it's going to center field. And he's not going to make the grab. He's going to get a double for sure. And he'll put on the brakes at second. That is the 9th hit of the game here for Ontario. And now a change in scoreboard operators. And maybe that'll bring the Stars some good luck. The umpire directed the runner to go back to second as he had taken off for third. So they're saying he was hit by a pitch. That's what the official call is. So runners on first and second now with nobody out. And the go-ahead run, and time was called right as Bryant was getting ready to deliver.
No, he stepped out. It's fine.
Official clarifying with the Nationals' third base coach. That one sent right over our heads. That's good for a strike. 0-1 the count now. What was 83 at first pitch of the first game? And right now it seems to have cooled off a little bit. We're down to 75 degrees under a cloudy sky, so it's dropped 8 degrees as Bryant delivers another strike. 0-2 now, so he just needs 1 out of the next 4 pitches to be a strike, and I'll put an out on the board. And that one will be grounded out into shallow right. Rounding third and scoring to make it 8-7. And now runners will be on first and second with a run scored and a base hit. That is the 10th hit of the game for Ontario. And now they're within a run.
We got none. Any back? Let's win somewhere. Come on up.
2-4-1-1 for the Stars, and now 4-2-1 and pending for the Nationals. So almost an exact, ooh, ouch, that one stung a little bit. And now load up the bases, and no movement from the bench yet as Junior Hansen brings out some more balls to the umpire. And now here comes Fichtner. So I have a hunch that that'll do it for Matt Bryant, but we'll see for sure in about 11 seconds when Fichtner makes his way up to the mound here, and we'll see if he does pull him, and if so, who he replaces him with. And yep, he'll take it away and he'll hold on to it. So Matt Bryant's stay on the mound will come to a conclusion, and you have to scratch your head and think, is it 1 run too late? I mean, I understand you want to give the young man some experience, and then that's fine. But if you want to pull out a victory here, should you have done it at 8-6 instead of 8-7? Maybe, maybe not. I'm sure there's some who will see my point of view, and I'm sure there are some who will see Coach Fichtner's point of view, and I will agree to disagree with you on that one. I just think he should have made the move maybe at 8-6 instead. But we'll see how it pulls out. You know, he's a good guy. I trust him. never really had a bad track record of anything. So let's see here. Who's on the mound? Let's take a look. It is going to be, I'll get the jersey number eventually here. Grant Matter is the new pitcher. I saw 2 on the jersey. I was just trying to confirm if it was the first or second number on that jersey. So Grant Matter will get some warm-up pitches. Bases are loaded, so if all 3 of those runs come in, it would be Matt Bryant on the hook for those 3 runs. All right, so the warm-ups here for Grant Matter will come to a conclusion here. And now the tying run is on third. A base hit with nobody out would tie this game up at 8-8. And we'll see if Matter can get his team out of a bases-loaded jam with nobody out. He'll just miss. He'll curve to the outside for a ball. And that one comes in low for ball 2. Two-0. Low for ball 3, and that's not a good sign. You definitely don't want to walk in the tying run with no outs. You definitely want to get an out here, if not a double play. Maybe a grounder to the shortstop potentially, and he will walk in the tying run. It's now 8-8, and the bases remain loaded. And a base hit could really break this one open for the Nationals. The undefeated season is now officially on the line here for the Stars. And the pitch. Got it in there for a strike. Let's see if he can do a couple more of those. 0-1. That one's going to be popped up, fouled away and out of play. And it'll drop. So strike 2.
You want to get ahead of that, mate?
And that pitch will come in low for a ball. One, two. That's sent out into left field, and that'll be good for a base hit, and that'll score a run, and the Ontario Nationals take the lead at 9-8. On their 11th hit of the game. Grant Matter will shake that one off. Stars certainly have the firepower at the bats to get that one back. But the way it sits right now, we will play the bottom of the 7th inning now. It'll be up to the Stars to prevent that in the bottom half of the 6th. So tables are kind of flopped now. It's like the Stars have to score 2 in the bottom of the 6th to potentially avoid the bottom of the 7th. think that might be the first time I've ever said something like that in that type of a scenario, to be honest with you. That one bounces, and that's good for ball 2. They've scored 3 in this inning so far. And now the post 400 pitching is getting behind in the count. I say that in a general sense and not towards one specific pitcher, but. And there's ball 4, and now he walks in run number 10. And the bases remain loaded. They've scored 4 runs, and there's still nobody out. And here comes Fichtner to the mound again. And, yeah, like I said a little bit earlier, do you pull your pitcher at 8-6 instead of 8-7? If you did, would it be 9-8 instead of 10-8? We'll never know. We'll never know the true answer to that. But it looks like Grant Matter's taken off, and it might be Drew Rarick who will take over, possibly, maybe not. No, he's walking away. I thought he had the ball handed to him, and it was not. It's going to be instead. It's Eli Mock, number 15. Got it. So another new pitcher here. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, we're actually in the top of the 6th inning and not the end of the 5th, but it is indeed 10-8 in favor of the Nationals, and I think that will pop up here in just a second. I can make it pop up correctly. There we go, top of the 6th. Still nobody out, and the Nationals have plated 4 runs to take a 10-8 lead here with nobody out. And now they have switched pitchers to Eli Mock. That's the 3rd pitcher of the inning for the Stars, and we'll see if Eli Mock can get the job done here. So I believe, and well, he just walked in another run here via hit by a pitch. He'll shake that one off though. It's now 11-8. And that pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. And that's low for ball 2. So things starting to fall apart here for the Stars in the 5th and 6th inning. Well, 4th, 5th, and 6th inning, if we're being honest. 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 5 so far here in the top of the 6, and there's still nobody out. And he got and it's already a ball 3 count. So if Mock walks this batter, I think that will put the W in the books for the Nationals. I mean, stranger things have happened, but a 4-run deficit is not an easy one to overcome. He does get a strike there. We'll see if he can get 2 more of those before he walks him. And he does get 1 more, so he needs 1 more to put an out on the board. And I think even just 1 out would be a sigh of relief for the Stars fans watching back at home, and probably even for the ones in attendance here. We'll see if Mott can make that happen here on this pitch. And that one is grounded to second. Turn, flip, came off the bag. Run will score. It will be an error on the second baseman. And the run will score on that error, and it'll be 12-8 now, and the bases remain loaded. Mock delivers the 3-2, got him out, and there's the first out of the inning, and 6 runs later, I'm sorry. I was behind by a pitch, and I thought he had a full count. He actually is 0-1, so no out on the board. And now he has 2 strikes. 0-2, that's the correct count. And the 0-2 pitch. Whacked out into left field. It drops for another base hit, and another run will score. 7 runs in the inning now here for the Nationals as they take a 13-8 lead. And that's high for a ball. 1-0 the count now here. Caught the edge. That's what we like to see if you're a Stars fan. 13-8, not an impossible mountain to overcome, but certainly one you wish you didn't have to overcome, especially with the amount of balls being thrown here over the last 8 or 9 batters. And like I said earlier, this is the 3rd pitcher of the top of the 6. Got a strike there. Evens up the count at 2-2. So can we get the first out of the inning now here on this pitch? Or Post 400 fans hoping maybe he grounds into a double play. And he might. He just might. To second. Back to first. No, he came off the bag. Oh, did he come back down? They got 1 out for sure. I think his foot came up and then came back down. And I think by the time his foot came back down, the runner was safe, and it does appear to be the case. But it looked like the second base umpire called him out. Another run comes across the plate in the mix of all that. So that empties up second base, puts runners on the corners with 1 out. So they tried to get the double play there, but unfortunately they only get 1 due to a high throw. Might even throw in an error there, actually. And
Working up. Lots of help out there. Come on.
so the Nationals have now scored in this inning the same amount of runs that the Stars have scored in the game so far. And there's another strike zone that shrunk. And I say that with respect. But I've seen that pitch called a strike on a handful of occasions for both teams in this game. Now it's ripped to left field and foul. So that'll go into the books as a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Seven runs coming with 0 outs. The 8th run came while they were trying to get the second out of a double play. So you could say that they scored 7 and not 8. Runner takes off up to second. They won't go. Back to third and not in time. Oh, they did get him at third. Okay, I'll put the out on the board then. I didn't realize that they had got him at third base. Looked like he was safe from my vantage point. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a little high and a full count. Now this is a much more manageable situation here for Mock and the rest of his teammates. Stars down 6 right now. And he'll walk them and now load the bases once again. They'll call ball on that one, 1-0. In a game that goes on and on and on forever after it looked like the Stars had this pretty well sealed up. But not the case. And that one's up high. It's 2 balls and no strikes now. And there's been a lot of balls thrown here recently.
I saw him driving around.
Here's the windup. And that one up to second. And no, he did not get him. It'll be ball 3. Is that a strike or no? It's not. A delayed non-ball call there that kind of looked like a strike, and I think the frustration has finally set in as of this moment. I think the Stars fans are just like, please get us out of this inning and let's see what we can get back. But first they gotta get that 3rd out. That one's hit up high to center field. And that will drop for a base hit, and 2 runs will score. 3 runs will score. I think 3 runs scored. Bases were loaded, and now there is a runner on second. So yeah, 3 runs scored. And it is now 17-8. So it's a 3-run RBI double for the young man on second base that I don't have a name for. That one's fouled away. Kids will get a souvenir here from the Jackie Robinson Training Complex. And swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Stand up and stretch, and let's see what happens in the bottom half of the 6th. They're going to have to do a lot of work. I'm pretty confident we'll see the bottom of the 7th. 11 runs in the top of the 6th for the Nationals, and they take over the lead, and a commanding lead, 17-8. Bottom of the 6th in a few moments here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. An 11-run inning for the Nationals in the top of the 6th. It's 1 ball, no strike. Make it 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Carson Barta. Want to say hi to Jake. Says go post 400. Thanks for chiming in, Jake. Hope you're doing well. 2 balls and a strike here to Barta, and that's 3 balls and a strike. So that one didn't even make it to the plate. And the Stars fans would like to see a little bit more of that. And there's a walk. With the 11-run inning, the Nationals take over 2nd place in the Magnitude record books for the most runs in a single half inning. That record held by the post 400 Stars when they racked up 16 runs against Jamestown post 14 a couple of years ago. So if you can take anything positive from this, they still have that record. And not that records mean much, but one ball, one strike, nobody out, and a runner on first. And he'll crank that one into right field and fair. Jaroszewski will head into second. He'll put on the brakes, and second and third. 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. And that's a nice way to get a couple runs back after a terrifying top half of the inning. It'll be Eli Mock stepping up to the plate here for the Stars. And Mock will take it high for a ball, 1-0. Stars fans would love to see a base hit here on this at-bat for Mock. He'll take that one to even up the count at 1-1. Better yet, try and one-up his brother with a 3-run homer, and it won't quite completely erase the deficit, but it'll certainly put the Stars into double digits. Down 9 right now. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Evens the count up at 2 apiece, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So, new batter now as the bases are loaded for the Stars with 0 outs, and it'll be Jackson Beiswinger, who hit a grand slam in the game, the second game of the year against Bismarck. That was a doubleheader, a home game for the Stars at Starling Bank Field, and man, they would love to see him get one today. I don't know if they've hit any home runs this season yet. I wasn't here for day 1, but I know it hasn't happened today. That one will squirt away into the backstop. Run will score, and they'll get a free run. And it's 17-9 on the wild pitch, and that makes it ball 1. We'll see how many free runs they can get before that first out. Here's the 1-0 to Beiswinger, and that one comes in for a strike, 1-1. And that skips into the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1 now. And that pitch is up high, and it is now 3 balls and a strike. So a chance here for Beiswinger to walk in a run if the pitcher is not careful. And that will be low, and that'll bring in another run. So that'll reset the ball strike count. Actually, I take that back. It does not bring in another run because the bases were not loaded. My apologies. I thought they were loaded, but they're loaded now. We'll put it that way. So if the Stars get one more run, we'll keep our score as it is, 17-9. There's a strike. Some good news, though. The Astros defeated the Maryland team 4-2. That game wrapped up about maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. So we'll see if the Stars can duplicate that performance here.
Hey, should we get to dinner? We got 30 minutes.
Two-strike count with no balls.
Come on, Jim.
One and two the count. Swing and a miss, got him, out number one. So they get one free run on the 0 out count, and now stepping up to the plate here for the Stars will be, let's take a peek, and it will be Evan Erickson. That pitch is outside for a ball. There we go, now I got it fixed. 17-9, that's the correct score at the moment. One away, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Make that 2 balls and a strike for Evan Erickson. Bases loaded for the Stars. Erickson, Job Fryer might be on deck. No, he's not. It is actually Drew Rarick on deck. 3-1 the count now. Wind up in the delivery, and that's ball 4. It's a bases loaded walk, and now the 10th run can be put onto the scoreboard, and the Post 400 Stars get one more. And time is called as the Nationals coach will come out to the mound, and he will just have a quick discussion with his pitcher and catcher. Once again, I want to say hi to Jim and Trudy and Jake for tuning in, and I'm sure many more have too. Sean for chiming in via text message, and a couple of others chiming in on Facebook and wherever you may be watching from, whether it's Florida, North Dakota, or Arizona, or somewhere else. We certainly appreciate you tuning in. Maybe you're watching from Ontario and you're pretty happy with the current score, considering what the score was earlier in the game. We'll have a red pickup truck rolling through our camera here in a moment, and hopefully we didn't miss anything. No pitches missed. Here's the 1-0. Low into the dirt ball, too. The pitch is outside, ball 3. Well, still a lot of work to be done, but you're liking what you're seeing here if you're a Stars fan. There's ball, oh, no, it was a strike. You always take that 3-0 pitch, at least I think out of like all the times I've seen a 3-0 pitch, I've only seen a batter swing once. That was not that case. Here's the 3-1. That one's low and out, and that will force in another run. 17 to 11. And the Stars have gotten back 3 of the 11 runs as Logan Sullivan steps up to the plate. All the runs scored for the Stars in this inning have come on walks, on bases loaded walks. Strike 1.
I'm the youngest one in all 3 of these.
How old are you?
I'm 9
9 today?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I'm 9 and a half. I mean, I'm turning 9 in like.
And the 1-1, and that is going to miss for a ball.
Are you a second grader then?
And if I'm being fair, I think that could have been a strike, but 2-1 the count now. Bases loaded for the Stars. 1 out. And the pitch. Got in there for strike 2, and it's even at 2 apiece. Wind up, and that one's into the dirt for ball 3, so it's a full count now at 3-2. The Stars are a 2-out team. They'll do a lot of damage with 2 outs in most scenarios. There's ball 4. Another run scores, and the Stars are within 5 now, 17-12. I wonder how much longer the Generals coach will allow this to continue on, considering how much in a deficit they were in the early innings of this game. I think the one reason why he might still be in there is because of the 1 out on the board. And another pitch comes in low, and if you're a Stars fan, you're loving that. I'm looking over at the Nationals bench, and he's the coach is giving signals. There's runners on base, but not runners on base, but his positional players, I should say. Time is called as the first baseman will walk over and have a chat here with the pitcher. And you have to wonder what kind of trick they have up their sleeve here. The batter is Easton Rarick. Inside, that's ball 2. 2-0. 2-0 to number 2. And that one's a strike. Thought for a moment there it dropped low and out, but nice frame job there by the Generals catcher. Nationals catcher, excuse me. Here's the 2-1. Oh, that one didn't even make it to the plate, and a nice cover up there by the catcher to make sure that the run didn't score. And it's 3-1 now. I don't see anybody in the warm-up position for the Nationals. And the coaches are looking at the mound, and now they're looking at each other, and no movement yet. 3-1. And the pitch is going to be a walk, and it's another free run for the Stars. And you have to, and here comes the coach for the Nationals. 17-13, you're up 4. Do you pull your pitcher or do you leave him in? Yeah, they're pulling him, so probably a smart move here. We'll see what their next pitcher can do, although we saw that multiple pitchers for post 400 pretty much had the same problem, and we'll see if that ends up being the case here for the Generals, as they will switch to a new pitcher, as they've given up 5 runs with only 1 out here after scoring 11 runs, with 7 of those 11 on 0 outs in the top half of the inning. And now the Stars trying to crawl their way back into this walk by walk. The bases remain loaded, and we'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back.
scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest. The real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. We're in the bottom of the sixth now during a pitching change for the Nationals as the pitcher who started this inning gave up 5 runs on bases loaded walks. And that has allowed the Stars to come within striking distance here at the score of 17-13. At one point, the Stars led 8-0 in this game. And now it'll be Carson Barta, the batter. And here's the pitch. Low for a ball. 1-0. So is it just the first, second pitch jitters, or will we have another pitcher that will struggle here? I know the Stars would be in favor of that if he were to struggle, but gets a strike in there. And 1-1 with 1 out and the bases loaded once again here. I believe 3 second and 1. Yep, they're all loaded. And that's low for a ball. It's 2-1 now. Get the runs one at a time, or you could tie this game up with one swing of the bat too. Either way, you'll take it. One way is less stressful than the other, but there's a strike. 2-2. Got him out. Out number 2. That was, I'm sure Stars fans probably questioning that one, but we'll go with it. And now, stepping up to the plate here is, I'm out of the lineup, it is Jake Jaroszewski. 2 out bases loaded and down 5. Stars will get one more chance in the bottom of the 5th, but they want to try and get as many of those runs back as they can, and that was, that's a tough strike to accept, but we'll go with it. 0-1. There's a strike. That is absolutely a strike. The first one I'm not so sure about. 0-2 as a result. Got him. And that will end the 6th inning of play. 6 complete. Stars get 5 of the 11 back, but they still are down 4. And they'll have one more chance to do it, assuming the Nationals don't score in the top of the 7th. We'll see what happens with potentially 1 inning to play. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, so they've actually called it a final. I'm not sure if a time limit existed or if they just decided to end the game or what the situation was, but the Stars will suffer their first loss of the season, and it comes in spring training, so it's not the end of the world, but I'm sure there's going to be some what happened kind of conversations with the coaches. And to see what they can do to prevent this kind of a situation from occurring a second time. Like, as you can see there by the inning-by-inning scores, the Stars were leading. Let's see, that's not right. They're showing 17 runs in the 4th. They only had 4 runs in the 4th, so I'm not sure how that number got into that category, but 4 runs in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 11 in the 6th, while the Stars had a 8-0 lead, or 7-0 lead heading into the 4th inning, where the Nationals would get 4 of their 17, and then the Stars would get 1 of those 4 back. Nationals played 2 more in the 5th, and then they get the nightmare inning of pitching from the Stars that benefits the Nationals to plate 11 across the plate. Stars able to get 5 of those 11 back, but then they call the game, so the Stars will fall here in this one. That will wrap it up. We'll talk to you again soon. Tomorrow, let's take a look at our upcoming schedule if we can. So as we take a look at that, it will be the Post 400 Astros at 1 o'clock tomorrow. They will be taking on Ontario. I'm not sure which one. And then the Post 400 Stars at 7 o'clock will get Ontario Gray. That is a noon and 6 p.m. start for everybody back home. A noon and 6 p.m. start for everybody back home. So the Astros at noon, the Stars at 6 local time. Local time North Dakota, local time 1 and 7 here in Florida, and that's what's coming up here on Magnitude Sports. But in addition, it's 5. That means it's 4:40 right now back home in North Dakota. So coming up in about 2 hours, maybe a little bit less, we'll have 2 games for you. From my understanding, we'll have Perm and Pelican Rapids for sure. I think we're having DGF and Thief River Falls, but at one point I said yes, at another point I said no, and I'm not sure what's going on with that one. So Tiffany, the Prowlers and DGF game is, I think, but I'm not sure because I'm a half a country away. I'm not sure if they were able to pull that off back home or not. So I guess if it pops on, it pops on. So that will be your answer. But we'll definitely have the Perm Pelican Rapids game for you tonight, possibly 2 basketball games for you tonight as well. And then the Astros at noon Fargo time, 1 o'clock Florida time, and the Stars at 6 o'clock Fargo time, 7 o'clock Florida time here on Magnitude Sports coming up tonight and tomorrow. That'll wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching. Your final score once again, the Washington Nationals 17 and the Fargo Post 400 Stars 13. We'll talk to you again tomorrow here on Magnitude Sports.
Proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network.